Welcome to Smart Wealth with Joshua.
Your daily stock analysis and catalysts talk. Today, we're looking at FuelCell Energy.
If you find our talks useful, please consider subscribe, like, and comment underneath to support our podcast. And if there's any stock you want us to look into, leave it in the comment section below.
So let's get into the analysis. FuelCell Energy has reported some pretty strong top-line growth. It's signaling a significant shift in its performance trajectory.
Okay, let's unpack this. We saw the FY 2025 revenue hit $158.16 million.
Yeah.
That's a massive 41% jump year over year.
A huge jump.
So what was driving that revenue spike? Where did that come from?
Well, it was primarily driven by product sales, and this is the key part. It includes a large $30 million extended service contract that was tied to Gyeonggi Green Energy in South Korea.
Okay, so a major international project.
Exactly. It shows they're actually executing on these big international commitments, not just talking about them.
And here's where it gets really interesting for me, the earnings beat. Q4 revenue was $55.0 million.
Right.
Which, impressively beat what analysts were expecting. They were looking for around $43.96 million.
Right. They blew past that number. But I think even more critical was the adjusted net loss per share.
It improved dramatically.
Yeah.
Down to $0.83, which was so much better than the $1.03 consensus estimate.
It really was. That improvement, we're talking a 55% reduction from the prior year's loss. That points to some serious operational discipline.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, analysts are already looking ahead.
They are. They're forecasting something like 35% annual revenue growth over the next 3 years.
Which is fascinating because that expected growth rate is more than double the industry average of 16%.
More than double. It's a huge projection.
So growth is great, but what protects their share? What's their competitive moat here?
It's their proprietary fuel cell technology. That's the key. It delivers clean, resilient power, which is critical. But their main differentiator, especially for the high compute environment we're seeing, is the high efficiency combined with something called absorption chilling for thermal management.
Okay, absorption chilling.
It's absolutely ideal for modern data centers and other critical infrastructure.
And that's the application that everyone is talking about, right? The AI data center boom.
Mm-hmm.
It really seems like FuelCell is strategically pivoting right into that market, a market that just demands reliable on-site power.
Exactly. And to do that, they are targeting 100 megawatts of annualized production capacity.
And achieving that ramp up, that's the necessary step toward reaching positive adjusted EBITDA, right?
That's the whole ball game. It's the milestone they have to hit to prove the model works at scale.
And the visibility on future revenue looks pretty strong, doesn't it?
Absolutely. They ended Q4 of FY 2025 with a substantial $1.19 billion backlog.
$1 billion. That's a huge runway.
It gives them a very clear runway. And on top of that, they also recently secured $25 million in Exim bank financing.
And that's specifically for the South Korea project.
It is, which, significantly boosts their liquidity for that key market expansion. It's a big vote of confidence.
So moving from the fundamentals to the technicals, the price action has been pretty constructive.
It has. The shares have soared 34% in the last month alone.
Wow.
And we saw an additional 6.2% jump just following that financing news. We even saw a 22% intraday gain right after the Q4 earnings announcement.
So what does this all mean for the chart then? Are the momentum indicators actually confirming the story? Or is this just hype?
No, they are. The price is currently trading above both the 50-day and the 200-day simple moving averages.
Which is a pretty significant indicator.
It is. It signals we're in an accumulation phase and suggests a potential continuation of this positive momentum.
And that combination, technical momentum plus analyst support, that could be a powerful thing.
Very powerful. We are seeing major firms setting price targets as high as $12.
$12. That suggests some pretty significant upside from where we are now.
It does. But sentiment is mixed, though it's slightly positive overall. The strong Q4 beats and this data center focus are driving optimism. But there are definitely headwinds.
Okay, so let's pivot to the caution flags. We have to address the risks that are keeping some investors on the sidelines. What's the top risk?
The fundamental risk is the persistent cash burn and the negative gross margins.
Right, despite the improvement in the net loss per share.
Exactly. They are still consuming cash, and one notable commentary even positioned the stock as a potential sell relative to competitors like Bloom Energy because of these financial realities.
And the market skepticism is measurable, right? We've seen rising short interest.
We have. It's currently sitting at 7.56% of the float.
Which is not insignificant.
Not at all. And it's evidenced by a 45% increase in short positions. So that suggests skepticism regarding the sustainability of this growth story is, well, it's pretty high.
And there was some insider activity to be aware of, too.
Yeah, that's another flag. We need to note that a director recently sold all their holdings, over 8,600 shares.
Hmm.
And it was the only insider sell recorded over the past year. Now, it's not definitive, but it does signal caution from someone very close to the company.
So what's helping mitigate these risks, then? Why isn't the stock lower with those kinds of flags?
Well, it's the company's valuation. Despite the losses, it's trading at a low 1.36 times price to sales.
Which is below the industry average.
It is. The industry average is around 1.81 times. So the market has basically priced in a lot of this risk already. The huge backlog and the recent financing, they provide the necessary buffers.
So looking ahead, what are the key catalysts we should be watching over the next, say, 3 to 6 months?
The biggest near-term drivers will be any updates on their manufacturing ramp. They have to hit that 100-megawatt production goal.
Right. Proof of execution.
Yes. And we also need clarity on the timeline for U.S. data center contracts. Unconfirmed discussions suggest potential near-term deal wins, but
Any official announcement there would be massive.
absolute massive.
And the macro trends are certainly in their favor. I mean, that has to be helping.
Oh, absolutely. The overall AI data center boom and the broader clean energy demand tailwinds, you couple that with expectations of rate cuts leading to a sector rotation back into renewables.
It all plays directly into FuelCell's resilient power story.
Exactly. This suggests a compelling swing trade opportunity with the potential for a multi-year hold as they execute on this production ramp and their data center strategy.
So to sum it all up, FuelCell Energy presents a high-growth, high-risk scenario. You've got substantial revenue acceleration and a massive backlog tied to this cutting-edge tech for the AI boom,
Right, that's the bull case.
balanced against continued cash burn and pretty clear market skepticism, represented by that rising short interest in the insider selling.
It's a classic case. It's all about evaluating that execution risk versus the market opportunity.
It really raises an important question, doesn't it? Can they translate that $1.19 billion backlog and their technological advantage into sustainable positive margins before liquidity becomes a critical factor?
That's the dynamic you need to keep mulling over as you watch for those data center partnership announcements. That's the whole story.
We'll definitely continue tracking these developments. If you want more in-depth analysis on this and other stocks, please make sure you subscribe to Smart Wealth with Joshua.